So in this video I'm going to show you how you can catch roach on the Waggler, so just like these little fellas here. Okay, so in this lake there's roach and carp, so I expect that I might have a run-in with a couple of the carp, but we'll see. I'm going to have a couple of chucks and then I'll run you through the rigs I'm using and what bait catches me the most fish. As you've just seen on my first cast, I've not caught the target species, but I've got a nice little carp here on the Waggler. But I'll quickly run you through it on my roach setup. But there is the odd chance of catching a few more of these today because there's quite a few in this lake. But let's go for the roach. Okay, so first and most importantly, I'll run you through the rig I'm using. So straight away, got this little 1.5 gram float with a little Waggler adapter on the end there, and this means I can change it when I like during the session. Now I've got that locked in with the majority of weight around the float. That helps to set the float pretty much as soon as it hits the water. And down the line I've got three, I'm sure you see them on my thumb there, 3 droppers. There we are. And the hook I'm using is a size 14 MWG, and obviously that sounds quite big for a roach, but because of the amount of carp in here, if I hook one, it'd be quite nice to land it. I think because of the size of some of the roach in here, I'm not too fussed about using bigger hooks. Okay, plumbing up, I've just found the bottom of a shelf, so it kind of slopes off and it's about 2 foot, so it's quite shallow today. I'm going to catch a couple of fish on this rig and then I'll show you through the bait I'm using. I've caught a few roach and carp now, so I'll quickly run you through the bait I'm using. So first of all, can of corn is always pretty good for you on the lakes. If I was on the rivers, I'd probably substitute it out for maggots or pinkies. A new thing I'm trying out is these Fajuka 2-in-1 pellets in yellow. Not sure if you can see them. They've been catching me quite a few recently, and a couple of the slightly bigger ones. As you can just see from the video, I've been struggling with the carp a bit today as well, so I think that's probably because of the big bright bait. So I've got a few pints of casters in there, so I'm gonna give them a try and see if we can get more onto the roach. I'll get back to it and then I'll run you through my tactics and how I'm fishing. Back onto the tactics that I'm using to catch these fish. It's a pretty uniform swim, just all around 2.5 foot. So I've set my float at 2.5 foot. Because I'm plumbed up nicely and shot it down, I can see the lift bites and I can strike into those. I'll be catching quite a few on the drop as well. As far as the simple tactics goes, when I'm casting, I'm feathering the float in, which is kicking out the bait beyond the float. So it means I've got nice presentation every cast. Okay, so as soon as I've feathered the cast in, I'm winding into that slack line. So when I strike, I'm connected with the fish straight away, which means I'm losing less fish and I'm not winding into slack line and missing bites. I'm gonna quickly put you on the chest camera and I'll show you how I'm doing it. As you can see, I've got my beautiful rig here, with my little float, droppers onto my size 14 Super MWG, and I'll quickly show you how I'm hooking my corn to make it stay on longer. So I'm gonna find a relatively small and firm piece. I'll get the hook into the top of the corn, top of the kernel, straight through the top, and I'm pushing it around like a caster. So threading it on. That leaves that sort of presentation, so you've got the hook point coming out the side of the corn. I'm gonna make my cast now. Feathered in. I'm in. Okay, it's only a little roach this time. Swing him towards the camera. If you stop spinning around, they have a perfect little roach. Try and get the right back for you. Perfect little roach on a piece of corn on simple Waggler tactics. So if you've enjoyed that video, please make sure to leave it a like and maybe even subscribe and check out some of my other videos. I'll see you in the next one.